This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
Today I'm going to be talking about bunions and calf tightness.
And I'm going to be answering one of our requests from one of our podcast listeners about how to cure a hangover.
And after that, we'll pop open a bottle and see what comes out. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready today.
Okay, Bree, so we're talking hangovers?
We are
Sounds
talking
appropriate.
hangovers. I know. Well, for me, not so much. I've been trying to be good because the wedding's coming up, which we will dive further into that on the opening up session. But one of our viewers, his name is W. Turner. Thanks for the poll answer. Because last week I put up a poll question about what you want us to talk about, on the podcast. And he was like, how to cure a hangover. So first, of course, I'm getting some information off of the Mayo Clinic's website. So a hangover, for some of the viewers that may not know or listeners that may not know, a hangover is a group of unpleasant symptoms and signs that can develop after drinking too much alcohol. As if feeling awful weren't bad enough, frequent hangovers are also associated with poor performance and conflict at work. So most hangovers last about 24 hours. And it's really just like fatigue, weakness, excessive thirst, dry mouth, headaches, muscle aches, nausea, vomiting, stomach pain. You have poor sleep or decreased sleep, sensitivity to light, dizziness, shakiness, inability to concentrate, mood disturbances, and a rapid heartbeat. Those are some of the symptoms of hangovers. So to answer your question, Mr. Turner, what can you do to cure it? First, you need to drink water or fruit juice to prevent dehydration. So resistance any temptation to treat a hangover with other alcohol, even though I find that works best for me. I call it the hair of the dog. But you should rehydrate your body. There are these new things out there. There's patches now that you can use. There's these little kind of like crystal-like containers. It's called Liquid IV. You can get them at Sprouts. I've seen them on Sam's, Costco, Amazon. You just take the pouch, bottle of water, shake it up and drink it. It helps bring you back to life. It helps kind of regulate your electrolytes back into their normal ranges. It also says have a snack. Bland foods are the best because it doesn't irritate your stomach. I don't know about y'all, but when I have a hangover, I'm like, I want pizza. I want burgers. I want anything greasy and fat. I do not want a carrot or a piece of celery. But they're like bland foods is the best thing. Try like soup, like a chicken broth or like a bunion soup, so you can replace the salt and potassium that you lost from drinking the alcohol. You can also take a pain reliever like Tylenol, ibuprofen. That's over the counter. Just make sure that it doesn't irritate your stomach too much, because if you're already having stomach issues plus a hangover, it may irritate it even more or cause liver issues. And then it says go back to bed. That is what I do. Just laying in bed. Your body needs to recruit because it just went through a traumatic state. I feel like, because it's like, what just happened to me? I peed all my electrolytes out, or if not, pooped it out. And now I'm in so much pain. So those are like the best things that I can tell you, and the Mayo Clinic can tell you to do if you have a hangover, Mr. Turner. I suggest Liquid IV, eat foods, and just chill on the couch for a couple hours and you'll feel okay.
Cool. Yeah, let me add a few pieces to that. So do not take acetaminophen if you're hungover. Acetaminophen needs water to break down, or otherwise it's super toxic in your liver. So ibuprofen is way better for a hangover than acetaminophen. And then the other thing too, I want to kind of go a little deeper into water and mineral balance. So your body is always striving for balance between water and salts. When I say salts, I mean sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, all electrolytes. If it has too much of one, it's going to dump out the other. And so when you're drinking, one of the things that alcohol does, it crosses the blood-brain barrier and is able to affect the pituitary gland. Pituitary? Yeah, pituitary, which causes a cascade of reactions, and it causes secretion of antidiuretic hormone. This is a signal to your kidneys to pick up water. So basically, your kidneys stop doing the thing of picking up water, and you start peeing clear because you're dumping your water because you've inhibited the chemical that's told your kidneys to do that. So all night you're drinking, your pee's getting clearer and clearer. It's not because you're hydrating; it's because you're dumping water because you sort of threw off the whole balance system. Then when you wake up in the morning, your volume of water in your body is so depleted, your body's like, I've got too much salt. And so that's why your very first pee is like dark orange, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
dumping all the salts in an attempt to reestablish balance. Well, now you're electrolyte depleted and water depleted. That's why, first thing people want is that nice salty hangover breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, I mean, you basically it's kind of like a overcorrection. It's like driving and you hit a piece of black ice and you skid to one side and you overcorrect with the steering wheel and you kind of zigzag back to normalcy. That's kind of what the body does. So, water, once you get a whole bunch of water in you, you can actually put a little salt in your water and that'll help you hang on to the water a little better.
That's what I think the liquid IVs do.
Yeah,
The ones, little
basically.
packets I was
Yeah.
talking about, that's pretty much what they do. So that way you're just not like guzzling water and you feel like it's not working. And
Yeah.
it's just like a shitty day.
Yeah.
Nobody wants one of those.
Put a little salt or, Pedialyte or elements.
Pedialyte.
Yeah.
That's the old school stuff that I do.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. It's just water and salt. So those are little tricks to get you back on course. All right. Anything else we want to add to
What's going
that?
on? No, I mean, I will be having a hangover in 2 weeks, but we'll talk about that later.
It's coming up.
I know, so stressed. But tell me what's going on in the rehab corner so I can drink this wine.
Okay, in the rehab corner, we have the fun topic of bunions. All right, super common. Do you have them? Do you mind if I ask, Brie? Do you have bunions?
No, I don't have bunions. I have pretty feet.
Okay, pretty feet. All right, just in case you don't know what a bunion is, it's like a bony growth on like that knuckle by your big toe. You've probably seen them. Sometimes the big toe starts to turn in. When you look at the literature, it's like, oh, we don't know why. Maybe it's genetic, but I can tell you clinically what I see all the time is a relationship from a lack of dorsiflexion and bunion development. There's a lot of reasons, so let me describe that better. Dorsiflexion is an ankle movement. So if you think of stepping on a gas pedal, it's the opposite motion. It's bring your toes and foot towards your nose. That's dorsiflexion. You need about 10 degrees of that. If standing is 0 degrees and lifting your toes up about 10 degrees, that's kind of considered functional. You really want more about 20 degrees, but that's probably one of the most common range of motion deficits I see. And what that does is as you're walking, if you're missing full dorsiflexion, your foot is going to spin outward. All right. So normal walking should be you kind of land on your heel. If you look at the foot pressures, it kind of rolls to the outside foot and then it rolls towards the center of foot and then over towards the big toe. And as you're at that push off phase of striding, all your weight at one point should be pushing off of your big toe. Now, if you don't have dorsiflexion, the foot spins out. So now you can't toe off anymore. Now you're pushing off that metatarsal. So like that knuckle almost becomes your toe off point. And then Wolff's Law is if you put pressure into a system, you get development. So basically all the constant repetition at 10,000 steps a day you take on that knuckle causes the bone to actually develop further. So then the question is, well, why you have missing dorsiflexion? There could be a number of reasons for that. But probably the easiest low-hanging fruit to go after is tightness in the calves. People develop tight calves. We step on gas pedals, we walk, we stand. All those things are using your calves. So if you're not taking time of your day, and this should be done daily to stretch your calves, you're going to develop calf tightness and a compensated sort of toe out or foot out walk. And that's what I see almost every day. It also leads to collapsed arches, by the way, too. So stretch those calves.
I guess I'm going to have to start stretching my calf because I did not know all that could happen from not doing one little thing.
Yep. It's by far the largest compensation I see. That, so a collapsed foot, tight calf, limited dorsiflexion. It causes a whole bunch of other things too, at the knee, at the hip. At the knee, you tend to kind of cave in when you squat, and that can mess with meniscus and all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, how many listeners out there has bunions? Please let us know. Let me know if this subject is, if y'all want to hear more about the subjects or what to do if you do have a bunion. Chris, do you have any information on that, or should we save that for next week?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to my blog, it's one of the most recent blogs I posted, and there's a couple videos on there to show you some things you can do to get some more mobility back in your ankles and calf. So that's
Nice.
www.dpt.services. Go to the blog tab.
Great. Well, the moment everybody's been waiting for. I know I have. I really need to open a bottle.
Sounds like the wedding's getting stressed out. I am ready. Let's do this.
Perfect.
Hey, Bree. So, what are you drinking this evening?
I'm still on my vodka kick. So this one is the cucumber mint from Kettle One.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to lose weight. I only have 2 more weeks until this wedding is done and over, and then I can go back to drinking my luscious, wonderful wine. But for right now, it's vodka and club soda for me. So it's 0 carbs. I can drink as much as I want to a certain extent and not feel bloated the next day.
Gotcha. Actually, well, I'm drinking a Guanac Petite Syrah, perfectly satisfactory wine. Nothing more to say about that. But I wanted to tell you, my wife and I did a blind vodka tasting. It was really fun. We did it at home. We got like 6 or 7 little minis of vodka, and labeled them, shuffled them around, put a little chill in all of them. They're all a little bit chilled. And we tasted, I'm going to give you a list, all the ones I can remember, and I want you to guess which order we thought was best, or which one you think is going to be number 1. Okay, so we tasted Grey Goose, Sky, Absolute, Tito's, Deep Eddy, Kettle One. Maybe that was it. Yeah, that was it. So which one do you think came out first?
That's hard for me because honestly, all vodka tastes the same to me. I can't tell a difference because I'm always mixing it.
Yeah.
But Tito's is my favorite, and then I like Kettle One.
Yep.
Grey Goose. Deep Eddy's taste just as good to me too, but it's probably a little bit lower.
Well, I encourage you to do a true blind tasting. It'll blow your mind. I've done this a number of times. I usually will taste Absolute, Kettle, and Goose, those 3. Mm-hmm. And Grey Goose, 100% of the time, ends up last place. And it did again for both my wife and I. It kind of blows our mind every time. It's got this like weird chemical taste. I don't know. But number 1 was Sky. Number 1 was
Sky vodka?
Yep. Number 2 was Absolute. Number 3 was Tito's. Number 4 was Kettle. Number 5 was Deep Eddy. And number 6 was Grey Goose.
Well, that sounds nice. Well, I'm kind of sad that Tito's wasn't first, though.
I mean, honestly, 1, 2, and 3 were kind of, 1, 2, 3, and 4 were like, you're splitting hairs. They're all good. So my wife is on a bit of an Absolute kick because she did a night of drinking with Sky and she got a little bit hungover. She's like, all right, let me try Absolute. And basically the same amount of alcohol, same amount of food intake and water intake. And she didn't have a hangover, so she's all about Absolute right now.
Well, if I didn't have a hangover after drinking and eating, I would drink that same thing too.
Yeah. So
that's why it's like I stick with Tito's. I feel good afterwards, and it doesn't even matter. So.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty dedicated to Kettle for a long time. I like Kettle One, but I don't know. If you're mixing, probably doesn't make a huge difference.
Exactly. Oh, so I know we started this new segment last week, or the last time we recorded. We have been off because I have been literally planning my wedding. So much stuff has happened. I'm ready for this day to get here. 2 more weeks. Anybody out there has done this or is in the process of doing this, a 2020 COVID wedding, you understand my pain. It is not fun. It is stressful, but it is happening. It is happening in October, and we will be done and over with October 11th. And we can start our lives together and just continue to move forward. So with that being said, I need some good news, because the last couple of days have been a lot of down news for us. Like our church canceled on us, so now we have to find another venue.
Oh no, I didn't hear about that.
It's been a mess. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's not what I imagined in my head that my wedding was going to look like. But I've come to the conclusion that it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. It is 2020. Just chalk it up to that and then keep going. But in the year of 2020, there is a baby orca whale. Well, an orca mama. So if you remember back in 2018, I don't know if you remember or not, Chris, but I think her name is Taliqua. She's an orca. She, back in 2018, carried her dead calf, which is the name for a baby whale, for 17 days over 1,000 miles. And everyone was like moved by this, and we thought it was so sad. And finally, this year, September 4th, she welcomed a new baby calf into her life, and we're all so excited. They hadn't named the baby yet. They gave it the number name is dubbed J57 because apparently orca whales are endangered species. So they're like keeping track of them. But she is just.
What was the name?
The new baby's name, they don't have a name for it yet, but they keep tabs on them. So the baby is J57. That's his like tag number. But they said right now the baby's doing good. Mom and baby are happy. They're swimming. And it just makes me so happy that, you know, no matter like how bad something can be, like that poor whale, I feel so bad for her, like holding her baby and like moving her around. Like, you know, she gave birth to another one, which is great. So that's the good news for this week.
Feel good story. Congratulations, yeah. Taliqua. Was Taliqua?
I think it was Taliqua. Is like, she's so cute. I probably
sure wasn't tequila.
Not really good. It's not tequila. That I do know. So that is the feel good news story for this week or this podcast episode.
That's a good one.
I needed that. So another thing that I want to talk about was, guess what, guys? We are actually going to be recording together at my wedding. So Chris is coming up, him, his wife, and his son and daughter. They're are y'all driving up or flying up?
Flying. My parents are coming too. Well, they're going to be in the area, so they're driving, which would be nice. They're going to bring all our like bulky stuff, and my suit doesn't have to get all crinkled up, so it'll be nice.
That's good. So we'll be able to like record live. Y'all can see, or we'll do a video. We'll record for the, you know, iTunes, you know, Google Play and everything for the podcast, but then we'll actually do a video and put it on Instagram so y'all can see us. We will be together recording one night, and then you will be able to see, I'll post pictures of the wedding and everything, and a picture of us to update some of our photos.
Are we going to do a before wedding or after wedding? Because I don't want to have hangover eyes in a video recording.
We're going to do both. Before, during, and after.
All right. Okay. During. All right. That's risky. Let's do it.
Hey, we'll see if it happens. You
I
never
think
know.
The big drama on my side is, will Sophie put on that dress?
She'll put it on. She's just going to throw a pitch of fit.
Oh my God. So she has this
beautiful
dress. And if
she doesn't walk down the aisle, she just doesn't walk down the aisle. It'll be fine. We'll just see if she puts that dress on.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
I had it on her when I came to that house that day.
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah, but she had it on. That's all that matters.
All right.
She'll get over it. She'll stop crying eventually.
We have to promise her ice cream just to put it on, and she still kicks and screams. So it'll be dramatic. We'll find out what happens.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, just chalk it up to 2020. That's what I've been saying all freaking year. So guess what the next segment is?
Oh boy. Is this expose how Dr. Chris has no common sense segment?
Are you smarter than a nurse practitioner or physical therapist? Most people probably are. So our fun brain teaser for this week. Are you ready?
So.
All right, question number 1. Before Mount Everest was discovered, which was the highest mountain in the world?
Well, first thing came to mind was Kilimanjaro, but isn't that the highest one already? I don't know. Titicaca.
The answer is Mount Everest. It just wasn't discovered yet.
Oh, God, I forgot that these are like common sense, like trick questions. Oh my God. I don't even know if Titicaca's a mountain. What is Titicaca?
I was like,
think
what
it's a
is
place.
that?
I think it's a place in Peru or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I asked that one too fast. I gotta think this time.
If you are running a race and you pass the second, hang on, I said that wrong. If you are running a race and you pass the person in second place, what place would you be in now?
All right. That's way too easy, so there's got to be a trick. Repeat the question, please.
Think about it.
Yeah, I want you to repeat the question. Can you say it again?
I sure can.
Excellent.
Listen to the question. If you are running a race, and you pass this person in second place, what place would you be in now?
How can it be anything besides first? You pass the person in second. Are you actually running in the race, or are you the person that's running, organizing the race?
If you are running in a race.
In a race, okay. And you pass the person in second. All right, I'm gonna regret this. First place.
You should regret it. You literally said it like 3 times. If you are running a race and you pass the person in second place, so that means I must have been in third place.
Mm-hmm.
What place are you in now? Second. Why are you quiet?
Because I'm trying to figure that out.
I'm trying to figure out.
So you're in third, someone's in second, and you pass the person second, now you're in first.
How are you in first?
Oh my God. All right, everybody. I'm secretly watching Stanley Cup playoff hockey in the background, so I'm a little distracted.
Excuses. Whatever.
Yeah,
all right, so our third and final question tonight. Chris, pay attention. Yeah. Don't push pause on the background of the Stanley Cup. You ready?
I'm ready. That laugh scares me.
Imagine you are in a sinking rowboat surrounded by sharks. How would you survive?
Are you by yourself? Because you can always stab your buddy.
What?
That's like an old scuba diving thing. Like,
remind me not to get in a rowboat with you.
Well, so it's like when you scuba dive, like everyone the first time out, they want to buy like a scuba dive knife. And the big joke amongst like experienced divers is the only thing a knife is good for is if a shark comes, you stab your buddy and swim away. Which I think is funny. All right, so okay, you're in a rowboat and then you're surrounded by sharks. It's sinking. Oh God, these questions. Stop the boat from sinking?
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Let's see what else. That's all I got.
Imagine you are in a sinking rowboat surrounded by sharks.
Oh,
how would you survive?
Imagine something else.
Yeah, kinda. It says stop imagining.
There you go. All right, I got that one fair and square.
Good job. All right. So, Chris, do you have any fun, which is our next segment, fun happy hour spots for us this week?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Fun happy hour spots. Have we discussed Fernandez the Bull? I don't think
I
we
think
have.
you did that. No, you hadn't
That did
did
Marty
that one. Yeah.
Fierro,
No,
right?
we hadn't done that one.
Fernandez the Bull, Cuban restaurants. Yeah, they have a couple locations, but we go to one on Pine Ridge, and we just discovered the artist El Gato. He's this guy from New York. I think he's Puerto Rican, I believe, and he plays like a flamenco style guitar. And he's really exciting, so it's really fun to watch. I think he's there Fridays, I believe, right?
Oh,
El
cool.
Gato's at Fernandez Bowl Fridays. Yeah, we went there. We had a blast.
That sounds good.
Yeah, food's
Well,
great. Service is always good. It's a fun spot.
we found a brewery.
Which one?
Anchorage. I think it's Anchorage. No, it's not Anchorage. It's Anchor Lab. I think that's what it is.
Oh, I think I've seen that advertised. Where is
It's
that?
really neat. It's all the way. Yeah, it's Ankro. It's ANKROLAB Brewing. It's all the way down near the Food Truck Celebration Park on the east side of Naples.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all go there for food, y'all can always go to this brewery right afterwards. We had the best time. They have beer, they have wine, they have a really good selection. They have a really cool outside area where you can play games, and they also have a food truck there. So if you're hungry, you can eat there as well. But it was a really chill, very cool vibe. It wasn't so like brewery industrial, but there was like an industrial look to it as well that I liked.
Yeah, I love that. I'm so glad the whole brewery thing finally made its way to Naples. I feel like you get everything like 10 years behind here.
Yes.
But I love that food truck brewery combo.
Me too. It was fun. We did that on Saturday. We went to Celebration Park around 12:30, and then we went to the brewery afterwards, and then we Ubered home, and we had the best time.
You went to Celebration Park and didn't invite us? Okay, I'm gonna remember that.
Oh yes. Sometimes I just need alone time with my fiance.
Yeah, I hear that. For our listeners that are not from Naples, if you ever come down here, Celebration Park is super cool. That probably should be my first thing on the list. It is a food truck park. So there's 8 or 10 maybe food trucks.
But do they have good happy hours?
I think so. Like price-wise,
cool.
drink. I don't know. So at the end of it, they have a bar. And it's sitting outside in a canal. It's just kind of a cool location. They usually have live music, and the food's fantastic. Yeah, I know they have drink specials, but I never really go for the drinks.
That's neat because we always just go on like Saturday and Sunday. We never go during the week because it's so far from our house.
Yep.
But it's worth the drive out there. It's worth the trip. It's very good atmosphere there. It's kid friendly and dog friendly, which I love because my dogs are my babies. So I recommend going to Celebration Park and Anchor Lab because it's dog friendly as well. And like they're just really cool, chill vibe, and it's not like a hole in the wall. So those are my recommendations for this podcast.
Sounds good. I'll definitely check that out. I love the breweries. I think we got 4 in town now. We got Bonehook. We've got the Naples, what's it called? Naples Beach something or other. Ancro, and then there's another one, Riptide, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's Riptide. I've never been to that one. But if you go back to Ancro, I'll go with you. We'll go.
Okay,
we had the best time.
I've been wanting to check out Momentum. I've had some of their beer, but I think they're up in Bonita or Fort Myers. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's a little too far for us.
Yeah. Oh,
we try to stick to Naples.
Yeah, we have to lift to get there. We're not driving that distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So let's wrap this up. So everybody remember, if you got bunions, get your ankle dorsiflexion on, which means stretch your calves. And there's a number of other recommendations I have. Check out my app. I've got mobility exercises for the ankle. Anything else we got going on, Bree?
Don't forget to add us to your Instagram and add us and subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. We're pretty much everywhere now. I'm so excited. But it's _POPPIN _bottles And we are the one, when you go on iTunes, I have noticed this. We're the one that has the bottle of wine and all the beautiful fruit around it. So that is ours. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us and answer any questions. Ask us any questions. We love it. So that way we can answer it on the podcast. And you never know, we may feature you.
Sounds good. Let's wrap it up. This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
And this is Poppin' Bottles. See you next week.
Bye, guys.